There is a place east of Seattle where people thrive, businesses flourish, and daily life is easygoing. This place is Issaquah, a quiet and peaceful suburb east of Bellevue. If you want to avoid the congestion, the heavy traffic, and the non-stop commotion of the cities, Issaquah is the perfect place. Surrounded by lush pines and mountains, this city makes for the ideal Pacific Northwest experience. You can hike, dine, live, and even soar above the clouds. And overall, the vibe here is much slower paced than anywhere else. It is for this reason people find it easy to call Issaquah home. Issaquah was founded in 1892 and used to be a mining town. Their main export material was coal, which they distributed to Seattle and surrounding areas. The mining business faded, but the town still remained. It has now a population of 40,000 people with an average yearly income of $122,000. A vast majority of residents are in the tech and medical industry, as both Bellevue and Redmond are close by. Despite Issaquah being a relatively small suburb, it has a ton of things to do. The city is surrounded by mountains which have amazing hiking trails that are extremely popular for Seattle residents. One of these trails is Cougar Mountain, specifically the Poo Point Trail. This trail is approximately 6.5 miles round trip and has about a 1,700-foot elevation gain. It's a pretty hefty hike, so bring lots of water and food to prepare. At the top, however, you can go paragliding. You can even see them from a distance. Other hiking trails near the area are Rattlesnake Ledge, Cougar Mountain Mount-Si, and Mellox Peak. Issaquah also has a cozy business district, which has this old mining town vibe. You'll find the Hunt's Family Theater as well as some very cool hole-in-the-wall restaurants. It reminds me of Moss Bay in Kirkland, but smaller and closer to the mountains. Just next to the business district, you'll find the Friends of the Issaquah Salmon Hatchery, where you can see all sorts of different species of salmon each year. Here in the city, you'll never find any shortage of wildlife, as you have the Cougar Mountain Zoo. There is a huge variety of wildlife here, such as cougars, tigers, wolves, and even lemurs. General admission tickets go at $16 per person. It's money well spent if you get to hang out with some lemurs. One last amenity before we jump into the education is the Lake Sammamish Beach Park. This park is absolutely huge. It even has two separate beaches embedded in the same park, where if one gets too crowded, you can easily hop over on the next one. There is an enormous peaceful grass area next to the beach. It looks like straight out of a movie. Do be prepared, as there is a $17 fee. However, if you have a Discovery Pass, you are good, but you still have to pay $7. When it comes to education, there are several options to choose from in Issaquah. There are 28 schools in total in the Issaquah School District, with an average student-teacher ratio of 19:1. It's one of the top-rated school districts in the state. Let's check out a popular high school in the area, which is highly in demand, Issaquah High School. It's a huge school with almost 2,500 students per year. The school is also well known for its STEM program. When we were there, we noticed that it is surrounded by gorgeous mountain views all over. Just imagine sending your kid to grow up in such a beautiful place. I mean, look at the views. Situated conveniently right next to Issaquah High School is Issaquah Middle School, where it serves grades 6 to 8. One thing we also noticed is that both schools have huge soccer and baseball fields. The kiddos will for sure never run out of physical activity if they attend here. Last but not least, another popular public school is Skyline High School. It's almost near the border of Issaquah and Sammamish, but it's still quite close to all the neighborhoods in Issaquah. Home to the Spartans, Skyline's athletic program is on fire. When we went to Skyline, we saw that their athletic field was absolutely incredible. It almost looked big enough to be a college football field. In terms of academics, the high school is best known for its college readiness programs. Now, let's talk about the living experience in Issaquah, which is probably what you're watching this video. The living experience, guys, let's face it, is incomparable to any other place around. It's simply one of a kind. The neighborhoods are small, tightly knit, and it feels like a small town. In Issaquah, there are mostly single-family homes ranging from the mid-800,000s to the high $2 million plus. There are three major neighborhoods we would like to explore with you. The first is Issaquah Highlands. The Highlands is like a town of its own. It has a snazzy business district with a ton of restaurants and dining options. There is even a Regal theater here that gets extremely popular during the weekends. In fact, I've been here a couple of times and had nothing but a positive experience. The community is very quiet and very serene. The streets are pristine and clean as well. And of course, everywhere you go, you are surrounded by nature. The other major community is Klahanie, with tons of properties to choose from for all walks of life. There is even a pool area where you can swim, play tennis, and bring your kids to the playground. The community has lots of swim meets here. Lastly, we have the Talus community. It's relatively new, as most homes have been built within the last 20 years. But it carries the same peaceful vibe that Issaquah has to offer. Let's check out a property in the Talus community and see what you would find in a property here in Issaquah. The single-family home has 4 beds and 3 baths with 3,300 square feet of living space. The asking is $1.725. As you can see, there is plenty of room here. So, the things that we'll notice on a great room like this, built by Bernstead, is that you'll have the box custom windows with the grid glass panels on top, with surrounded with the millwork, the white planks on the floor, lots of space, 10-feet ceiling. And as we transition here into the kitchen, we have this beautiful maple cabinetry with the stainless steel as an accent feature, along with the tile backsplash. And you know, what more to ask on an easy evening or easy afternoon than having a quick snack here on the island. This is a very sturdy and very solid granite countertop and beautifully decorated with drop-down pendants. My favorite place in the property is the office den that is right next to the front door. So here are my first impressions about the den. As soon as I walk in, you have all this wood paneling, the French doors with great glass panels, the presidential desk. You know, this will be a great place and a great setting just to whip out your laptop and then, you know, carry on with work. There are all these windows that are cornering the walls, so we have plenty of light from the south and from the east. And so even if we have all the lights off, we'll still have plenty of natural light. The den, it's my favorite place in the entire property. And Barry, so what I'm curious to know is, what's your favorite place in the house?
This house for sure is definitely the great room right here. I love the fireplace, I love the woodwork, I love the view that you have. You have nature all around surrounding. I love the balcony right here. And I'm just curious, is this sort of typical of what you would see in an Issaquah property, you know, nature all around, the millwork and the woodwork and that kind of stuff?
So a lot of these properties that are 2,800 square feet or more are going to bring a custom upgrades or custom features. The other part too is that we're going to experience a lot of the space, you know, around these rooms. Or have you seen the walkthrough in the bedrooms and also in this great room? You have the high ceilings, 10 feet high. It is not going to be as typical, except once we hit the 2,800 square feet and properties built from 2000s and up. And it has a homey feeling. It has good vibes, and definitely this is a place where we can comfortably sit, relax, and call home. Overall, Issaquah is a gorgeous suburb in the Seattle area. It has a state-of-the-art education system, fun activities, beautiful landscape, and tightly knit communities. Now, I'd like to know if you would see yourself living in Issaquah. Do you think it's right for you and your lifestyle? Let me know in the comments below. That's all we have for today. As always, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. And if you would like to see more content like this, I'm Adriano Tori, and I'll catch you in the next one.